All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another week, another study guide. They seem to be going by really fast. So, similar to the other weeks, I'm going to just explain briefly what you have to do and in what order would be the best to do it. It's really just a simple study guide that resembles those from last week, but it's also really important because this week you're going to have your final reading response activity before we switch to working on personal narratives. So, the first thing that you should do is take a moment and watch the video that I made about writing connections. So last week you read the book The Promise, and then you had to write some connections. Remember there was 3 kinds of connections? And I want you to watch my little video resume about that. Once you've done that, I want you to listen to my new video about structures and features. Okay, so the next video is the final little capsule that describes the final important part of the reading response called the structures and features. So give that a watch. And then you'll see on Moodle that I've attached a PDF book called Timmerman Was Here. I want you to read this book and use all of the knowledge that you've gained to make a final reading response. And then that'll be the end of the reading response activities for the time being. So that's exciting. Once you've done that, you're going to do the assignment called the Chapter Challenge of the Giver. So this is explained on Moodle, but just in a nutshell, what you have to do is go through the 20 chapters of The Giver and give them a title. Lois Lowry, the author of The Giver, you may have noticed, she didn't entitle any of the chapters. So I want you to do the job for her. Just make a list and, in one word or a small sentence, give a title. Not a description, but a title that would work for the chapter. And then what I want you to do is the same as the other weeks in English. Listen to my podcast reviews of the 3 chapters and then go and read chapters 17, 18, and 19. This week, in chapter 19, you'll finally find out what is release. Once you figure it out, and maybe you'll be surprised or not, I want you to log into the Flipgrid and tell me how you feel. Were you surprised? Were you expecting this? Use the 2 minutes to describe your feelings. Don't forget, this week in English and Math, we also have another Zoom class. Zoom classes are always Wednesday, 6A at 1 o'clock, 6B at 2 o'clock. In Math, this is an important week in Math because we're starting a new chapter. So it's important to keep up as best as you can. So in this week, basically what you're going to be doing is the same 3 activities that go with our math. The first being, watching my explanation videos. The first one is about writing integers. And then once you've done that, complete the pages, so 45 to 48 in your decimal book. Once you've done that, you can go do the PathBlazer activities for 5.1, and you can also choose to do the supplementary activities for 5.1, which are on Moodle. Then you do the same thing. So do lesson 5.2. I have an explanation video about that. It deals with temperature. Do the workbook pages, 50 and 51. Then do PathBlazer online. And then you can go ahead and do the supplementary activities if temperature is something that you want to work on. And the final one, 5.3, that's my favorite, the Cartesian plane. And again, listen to my video, do the workbook pages, PathBlazer online. You can also do the supplementary activities. That's an important lesson. 5.3 is really important. You also should be doing some Prodigy, at least 30 minutes per week. And I'm going to upload those activities so that they match these topics. And in Zoom, again, if you have any questions in math, come prepared and we'll take some time to go over those in class. So that's basically the study guide for this week. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to read your names that you give the Giver chapters. Talk to you soon.